Hi, welcome to Coach House. My name's Steve Garzeni, and we have something exciting to show you today. What we have in our showroom here is a Platinum 4, which is a new design for us. It's built on the Ford E450 chassis, 14,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating. It has a 7.3 Godzilla motor in it that has 325 horsepower and over 400 foot-pounds of torque. The chassis that we build on is a 176-inch chassis. One of the nice things about Coach House is we do not alter any of the chassis in between the wheel wells, which I think is very, very, very important. There's a lot of manufacturers out there that take a standard 158-inch wheelbase and cut it to whatever length they want. We do not do that. We order these chassis directly from Ford. And we are also a QVM with Ford, which is a quality vehicle manufacturer. We're approved by Ford Motor Company to build on their product. So the chassis that we build on our Platinum 4 is very, very robust. It has a 22,000 pound combined weight rating. So if you ever want to tow or do anything like that, you've got plenty of capacity left on this 27-foot motorhome to do as you like, within reason. So one of our claim to fame with Coach House is our fiberglass bodies. And we like to point these out because we actually patented this process. These bodies are one piece. And when we mean one piece, the molds look like a boat hull. And we hand lay, we do not even own a chopper gun system, we hand lay these bodies to a certain thickness to keep them light and to keep them strong. At the end of our process, we layer in on all the strategic areas carbon fiber. So that adds additional strength. We also weigh every body because we feel it's very, very important to give our customers loading capability. Depending on our models, this is probably the largest, heaviest vehicle that we produce, weigh around 11,000 pounds, give or take. And so that gives you 3,500 plus or minus pounds, depending on options, of loading capability. So weighing these bodies, we try to lay them up as strong as we can, but as light as we can, so that we give people adequate loading capabilities. Now I want to show you some other features. If you look at the side of this coach, you'll see a beautiful paint job. And Coach House offers a variety of different paint colors to choose from and different layouts on the side. We have a basic full body paint that it's an exact same process as this, but there's no charge for it. And we have multiple two-tone colors that we offer. This is our deluxe sterling. And this is a beautiful paint job. There is a charge for it because every paint color you see has all been put on individually. It's just a lot more work. And at the end of the process, whether you get a basic or a deluxe paint job, we what they call cut and buff these. There's a clear coat that we put on them that grows stronger with age. And so we've got to get these out of the paint shop and get cut and buffing on these pretty quick. But there's no paint lines. Even though this is all put on by layer, there's no paint lines because we cut and buff them all off. And as you can see, it's a beautiful paint job. Even on the roof, we paint the entire body. So I think we're giving our customers something that'll last a very, very long time. Now I want to start up here kind of in the cab area and just point out some things. We have a beautiful running board. I've pointed these out in the past. The running board allows for very simple ingress egress. You have an easy way to get in and out of your vehicle, not only in the cab, but also in our side entry doors. Our side entry doors are very, very solid doors, heavy, heavy duty doors, made by a company called PTL. They do a wonderful job with their side entry doors. It has a screen on it, has a little cover here to cover for mosquitoes and bugs. So the screen doors are a real nice feature on them. Coach House also provides a power step. And we like to set these steps up so they're incrementally measured, so it's easy to get in and easy to get out of the vehicle. Moving back, we have a grab bar here, so when you are getting in and out of the vehicle, you have a nice, sturdy grab bar to hang on to, and there's also one right inside the entry door, another grab bar. Makes it very easy to get in and out of our vehicles. I'm going to move on back. One of the things that we do We put our propane tanks on this particular model in between the frame rails. So the main frame rails of the chassis, the propane tank's located on the inside. If you're ever involved in a side impact collision, there's a tremendous amount of protection we have in our vehicles before you'll ever get to that propane tank. So very, very, very safe location, very, very safe if you're ever involved in an accident. But what this is a remote fill to get to the propane tank. So you fill it up from the outside here, pull into anybody that provides propane and they can fill it up. They'll know the system, pretty simple, but safe. We also provide an outlet for like a propane grill. So if you're at a campground, you have a picnic table or some other type of table, you can actually plug in here and run your gas grill off your propane tank of the chassis. So it's really, or the conversion, so it really is a nice feature. All of our placards are very nice, nicely done. It tells you the model number. This is a 272 Platinum 4 with the front sofa. And we'll show you some of the features that we're incrementally bringing into this product throughout the next probably 6-8 months. Jalousie windows, really nice feature. These are frameless jalousie windows. And I've talked a lot about jalousie windows, and what we like about them is that only the bottom third of the glass will open. So if you have pets or anything inside, or you want to leave your windows open while you're gone, there's really only one way they're going to get into your coach, and that's break through a window. They can't climb through a window. Let's say you're out and about and it starts raining. Well, you don't have to hustle back to your vehicle because we have jalousie windows that'll shed the water off the bottom pane of the glass. So a real nice feature. Storage, I think what Coach House has done in storage is beautiful. We do use a lot of fiberglass. We don't use any plastics or aluminum, anything like that. All of our containers are laid up in fiberglass, again, all hand laid. We don't own a chopper gun, so everything is very evenly thicknessed. So really a nice feature. Compression locks on all of our doors so that when you close your door and turn it, the compression locks help lock that door tight. So, you know, very low chance of any water intrusion, anything of that nature. So very nice storage compartments. With our Platinum 4, we've done some different things in the build in order to gain and increase exterior storage. So we have storage all the way around the vehicle. And our storage is always going to be pretty much below the floor level. Coach House builds an aluminum frame that goes all the way around the circumference of this body. And it looks like a checkerboard, I guess for visual, looks like a checkerboard. So all of our storage is going to be below that floor. And what we like about that is people can't get into your coach, again, unless they break into it. So many manufacturers will put big doors, you know, in their coach. Number one, they're not very well insulated. Number two, if I were going to break into an RV, that's the first place I'm going to go, because most RV salespeople have a set of keys, and the keys are common keys. Don't put your valuables on the outside. Put them inside the coach. You're going to have to work a little bit harder to get to your valuables. And when you have a big outside storage compartment, think of insulation and think of how people can get in and out of your coach. I have a set of keys of which consists of probably 4 or 5 keys that I could probably break into 80% of the motorhomes. So just keep that in mind. No valuables on the exterior. Put your valuables on the interior. The reason our storage compartments are such is that you cannot get into a storage compartment and get into the vehicle. Now I'm going to continue moving back. Again, dual rear wheels or 16-inch wheels on the back. Very, very nice, clean look. Again, we don't alter the wheelbase, 176-inch. And then we get back here to our rear slide on our 272. This slide out houses a queen bed on the inside, which we'll show you. Now what's nice about this is all of our slide rooms are driven by HWH, which is a hydraulics company very, very well known in our industry. The process Coach House uses is very expensive. We hydraulically move our rooms. We do not use electric slides. Electric slides are very, very, very prone to failure. And unfortunately, there's really not much you're going to be able to do to fix those in the field. You have to dismantle them, take them apart to fix them. Hydraulically driven, I use the analogy of like a backhoe and how dependable a tractor is with a backhoe. That's all being controlled by hydraulics. Dependability, ease of workmanship, ease of service are some of the things that we hit on the hydraulics. So it's very easy to take care of. With Coach House, we are one of the few manufacturers, I think, that put slide toppers on. Now the slide toppers on top of the slide outs I think are very important because if it rains, inclement weather, debris, leaves, branches, wherever you may be camping, this is nice because it knocks that debris off. So when you roll your slide out, or when you move your slide out in, the roller rolls up the shade, knocks all of the debris and rain and so forth off. It doesn't bring it into the vehicle. So I think having a slide topper on your slide outs is very important for many reasons, but that's the big reason. Moving on back, we do marker everything so you'll know what you have when you're driving down the road. This is a Platinum 4. Again, jalousie windows on our slide outs. Slide outs are very, very solid. And now what I'm going to do is move around the back. Now we've moved around the back of the Coach House, and what we'd like to show is the detail that we've put into our molding process. All of these indentations, all of these little undulations, we call them OGs, all add strength to our fiberglass bodies. And you can see it's all one piece. The only exception is our bumpers. And our bumpers are fitted so that we can put our sewer hose carrier in the back side of the bumper. So the bumper can house about a 20 to 30 foot sewer hose, which is really a nice feature. It's out of the coach. It doesn't stink it up. It's really a wonderful place to put a sewer hose. All of our Coach houses come equipped with a hitch receiver as well. Depending on the model, depending on what your capacity is on the inside, this coach again has a 22,000 pound combined weight rating. So in theory, and it's just theory, if your coach weighs 11,000, in theory you can tow 11. Generally people aren't towing that kind of weight. They're towing their cars 5,000, 6,000 pounds, and the Ford E450 chassis is plenty of capacity to handle it. So a really beautiful exterior, something that we're very, very proud of on the way our vehicles look. So now we're going to head over to the driver's side and I'll show you some more features on that. Now moving down the driver's side of the coach, pretty nice. We're using the Truma AquaGo hot water heaters. These are Insta-Hot hot water heaters run off propane. So very, very efficient, very low draw of propane to feed them, and instant hot water, which is pretty nice. It gets hot. Our coaches are small. It gets hot within a couple seconds. So very, very nice. Smart plug. This is a 30 amp plug that we use. This actually came out of the marine industry, as I've mentioned in the past. And the nice feature of this is it connects positively. No chance of arcing that we used to see back in the old days. But it's a 30 amp service plug, which is nice. Here is what we call our utility compartment. And the utility compartment is a nice clean area that keeps a lot of the cutouts off the vehicle, which is very nice, keeps it nice and clean looking. We have city water connection. We have a cable TV connection. We have a valve here that will fill your freshwater tank while you're hooked up to city water. We have a little courtesy light, so if it's dark out or nighttime, you have a little light here. We have a low point drain to assist in winterization. We label our pull valves, body waste, liquid waste. This is a gray handle for the gray tank, black handle for the black tank. And then we also provide a black water flush. Nice feature here is you can use your city water hose, clean out your black water tank without fear of contamination. We actually put a siphon valve in there to prevent any backfeed into your water hose. Single discharge. This is a really nice feature, gravity fed, single discharge. Pull your black water tank first, gray water tank second, all out one discharge. So it makes it a very nice and easy feature to use. Outside, we have an outside shower. It's a hot and cold shower. So let's say you want to rinse out your sewer hose, or you want to wash a pet, or you went to the beach and you want to hose off your feet. It's a nice feature to have on the driver's side of the coach, we feel, because this is the messy area. if there's such a thing. And you know, won't track it back into your coach. Kind of a nice feature there. Beautiful paint job again as we work down. Ford E450s have a 55-gallon fuel tank. The generators run off that fuel tank. What's nice about this combination is if you have 55 gallons of fuel, it'll only burn about 50 gallons for your generator. So half a gallon an hour burn on the generator. That's how many hours? 100? If I calculate it right, a long time if you're going to have a full tank of fuel and run it down to empty. It's a long time on the generator. So really a nice feature. City water connection. This is a potable water fill. You stick your hose in here to fill up your fresh water tank, or again, you can use the valve in the back. That's the back side of the refrigerator. The HWH hydraulic slides here. There's a dual ram slide. In the event this should fail, there's solenoid switches that you can pop, relieve the pressure, and you can push the slide out back in. We also have a slide topper, again, on our slides, which again helps keep the debris, rain, inclement weather, stuff like that off the top. A lot of outside storage. Again, we were able to maximize our outside storage with our Platinum 4, which is nice. And now we'll move to the driver's compartment. Now we're in the driver's compartment, and again, we like to point out how easy it is to get in and out of our vehicles. Ford does have all of your controls for the operation of your radio and your hands-free phone and stuff all on the steering column, which makes it nice. We have an auxiliary jumper switch, which is that red switch right there. You can automatically jump start the vehicle in the event your engine battery should die. It'll jump to your auxiliary batteries and start your engine. There's a lot of nice features inside the cab area, and Ford's very ergonomically correct, as they say, so everything is pretty close by with switches and air conditioning controls and lights and things of that nature. So it is very, very nice to operate. Large side view mirrors, we like to point out, they go beyond the width of the coach. The top mirror is power, the bottom mirror is elliptical, so it's egg-shaped so that you have good visibility of any side traffic as well. So now we'll walk up to the engine compartment and talk a little bit. Now in the front of the vehicle, you'll see how aerodynamically shaped the coach is. Ford has a really nice chrome grille, so the aesthetics of this vehicle is very, very sharp. And the wind flow is pretty consistent. Inside the engine compartment, we actually have the engine battery, all of your oil, transmission fluid handles are very easily accessible, air cleaner up here, and we put breakers within, I think it's 12 inches of the battery. So these are flag breakers. So in the event you should overload the current in any situation, this is a good place to look to see if this might have popped. For storage, we put a slave drive. The slave drive actually lifts up and it disconnects the negative side of the terminal so that you don't have any drain on your engine battery. So when you're storing the vehicle, we've even thought of that for you as well. So it makes it easy to store the vehicle. Now let's head inside and show you some new features that we've come out with. Now again, as I walk in the vehicle, it's very easy to get in and out. There's a grab handle that I use to get in, and it makes it so much more convenient. With the Platinum 4, what we did is we created a much higher platform. So I've got about 6'3", 4" in here. Some areas we have 6'5". So we have good head clearance for taller people in this model. And a lot of these are so tiny in the industry that you always feel closed in. This coach feels nice and open. We have 2 slide outs in it and a lot of room. So really a beautiful coach. By increasing the head height, we're also able to increase the ingress egress of getting in and out of the driver's compartment. There's just a lot more room up here for us to do it. We have a nice overhead storage compartment here, and we pre-wire for a lot of things. We pre-wire for satellite TV. We pre-wire for DVD players, if somebody wants a DVD player. So it's really a nice feature, a little magnetic catch up here to hold the door open for you. Over here above the driver's compartment, what's really nice is our analog system. I've pointed this out in the past. This is a beautiful system in that we do not use multiplex wiring anymore. We are using our panel that was created by the marine industry, and they're all switch lights. So there's no single point failure. If you have a light that goes bad or a switch that goes bad, it's as easily as taking this off and putting a new switch in it. So it's wonderful in that, again, it's not a single point failure. Below, we are starting with Truma appliances more and more. This vehicle has a Truma air conditioner on it, so this is the controller for the air conditioner. People are requesting different options, and Coach House is pretty flexible on being able to do that, which makes it nice. Next to that, we have a Keurig coffee maker stand. We actually put a little hole in our Corian and go through and plug it in on the bottom, but this is an area that you could put a Keurig coffee maker or an appliance, just a little bit more room that we're able to take advantage of. Storage, outlets, more storage below. And this coach here has our new sofas in it. These are manual sofas, and the reason we chose manual is because, again, we don't have to worry about moving parts. This should last as long as the vehicle's driving down the road. And it's also given us the ability to add a lot of storage underneath. So storage in a vehicle of this size is always crucial, and we know that, so we're always trying to come up with new ways, better ways for more storage. Beautiful valances, nice light fixtures, day-night shades. These are MCD shades, so the day shade is pulled down, and that's the night shade. They're blocked in, so you don't have to worry about light coming into the coach. So at nighttime, your vehicle's pretty dark in here, which is nice. All of our cabinet doors are all Blum recessed hinges. There's metal door stays that are adjustable, and we finish off all of our cabinets. I like to point that out because a lot of manufacturers just build an L, where the L is pushed up against the sidewall, and what you have in paneling is on the back side of the cabinet. Our cabinets are all finished off all the way around. Put false bottoms in some of them for wiring and things of that nature, which makes it nice. But you can see how clean everything is. The fit and finish in a Coach House is beautiful. We've got these nice Lagoon tables now. We've been running these for a while. They're really nice. It's a nice feature to have. Easy to get in and out of the sofa, get the tables out of the way. And something that I like to point out as well as we move back, Coach House uses a lot of bulkheads. And again, that term pretty much comes from the marine industry. Depending on the model, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bulkheads in this vehicle. The bulkheads run from the floor to the ceiling to the sidewall of the coach. So let's imagine you're involved in an accident and this coach rolls. You've got the protection not only of our aluminum floor frame that I talked about earlier, but you have the protection of some other structural components like these bulkheads. Boats use bulkheads. And a lot of RVs that are built, they hang all their cabinets. So it weakens the integrity of the coach overall. Here we've kept the vehicle strong. Our goal, again, is to keep you on the road, have this conversion that Coach House has created last as long as these 6 wheels want to go down the road. So I think that's very important. That's our goal. But anyway, vertical bulkheads. A couple little changes we've done. This is an AC/DC compressor refrigerator, again out of the marine industry. And we've, instead of adding stainless steel, we put just a regular laminate panel on it as well. Now the color that you see in here is a new color that we've just introduced called Grey Elm. And the Grey Elm is beautiful. We have a couple different gray colors that we offer now, from lighter to just a tad bit darker. I think we've got 5 different interior colors that we're offering right now, and it's really, really cool. The laminates are awesome. We like the laminates over our Carb 2 rated plywood, which keeps the formaldehyde content virtually out of this vehicle. But the laminates are so easy to clean. You can clean these with anything, and the colors are beautiful. You can imagine a whole array of different color options that are available. So really I think a nice feature. Has a freezer on the bottom. Continuing back, I want to show the bedroom. The bedroom in this is beautiful. This is our queen bed. It's got storage underneath. So if I lift the bed deck, it's all on cylinder. You can see how much storage we actually have underneath our queen bed in the back here. Very, very nice feature, we feel. The 272 has always been kind of our flagship coach, just because of its size. We've got little shelves here for your phones. We've got charging apparatuses throughout for your phones that you can lay your telephone down and it will charge automatically. Storage everywhere we can put it. We have storage. This is a closet back here, real nice closet. Again, push latches to keep everything locked. Nice mirror. Now, we haven't shown this much. This comes with the TV, but this customer opted to do shelves and doors. So it's a nice feature. You can see how nice recessed panel doors, shaker style doors that we've used. 2 big drawers to pull out as well here, so you have good storage all the way around. So again, storage is a must, and anywhere we can put storage in the vehicles, we try. Our batteries are all going to be back here. And we'll work our way back towards the front. Now, working our way from back to front, we're in the bedroom, and we wanted to show this. We have a real nice little partition here that partitions itself off. So it gives you living quarters, and we like that. Most of our coaches do that, where you have the ability to section them off. And a lot of companies don't think about that. You get into the bedroom and everybody else can see everything that's going on. But we like the ability to section some of our vehicles off. Now, a nice feature is our showers. Our shower is all fiberglass, certified. Even the shower pan has a certification into it. So these are things that we've personally sent out for testing and feel really comfortable and confident with our showers. Again, all fiberglass, hand laid, really a nice feature. Now, on the driver's side is our bathroom. And if you look here, this door will open all the way up and stop. So now you have a complete bathroom that you can partition yourself off, which makes it nice if you have, again, guests here or whatever, where you can have some privacy. Here we have a real nice pantry. And again, our pantries are made in-house. They're not wire shelved. They're very structurally sound. And when you put your items in here, there's nowhere for them to fall. They can't fall behind the cabinet or anything like that. So really, I think a nice feature in a coach house are these big pull-out pantries. You can load a lot of stuff. A little more storage above, just a little storage compartment. Moving forward, we've got a new range hood. This product we put together for this customer. This is a dual burner induction cooktop. This does not have propane into the stove. It still has a propane furnace and a propane hot water heater. But they wanted this setup, which is really nice. It's made by Furrion. Really a nice feature. Nice, small, low profile range hood, which is nice. Above that, we have a high point convection microwave oven. This does cooking, grilling, microwaving, just about anything you want inside an oven. New color Corian. This is a beautiful Corian that we've chosen this year. Nice big stainless steel sinks, which is a nice feature, having a big sink like that versus 2 dual small ones. Pull-out faucet. Nice lighting everywhere in the galley. Storage. We like to show people all the storage that we have in our galleys. For a 27-foot motorhome, you got to keep in mind, every square inch of this vehicle that we can add storage, we add it. And I think that's very, very important. Look at the size of this galley. It's one of the largest galleys that we offer. We put this galley in our 272s and our 271s, Platinum 4s, nice, big, gigantic galleys. So some other things that we do use a remote control Max Air vents. There's 2 of them on this vehicle, and these also have rain sensors built into them. They've got covers built into them, and these are really nice. They exit only, so that when you turn your fans on, if you have pets in here, you open your jalousie windows, the airflow will come in, go out the roof, so you have a nice cross ventilation. We like to warn people of the ability to have auto start generators and pets. We warn people only because don't rely on it. If you're going to leave the coach, leave your windows open, leave your fans on, turn your generator on, that's fine. But if that generator should fail, you still want ventilation for your pets. This vehicle has our textured flooring in it, which is a nice feature. This came again out of the marine industry. Building in Southwest Florida, we are blessed to have marine manufacturers around, marine suppliers around. We visit a lot of the marine industry shows, trade shows, things of that nature, because there's a lot of things, I think our coaches do have kind of a marine flair to them. And in many instances, the marine side is much more advanced than the RV side with interiors and different concepts of an interior. So that's a nice feature. Last thing I want to show here is what we call our Tower of Power. The Tower of Power is the ability to control everything behind one area of your coach. This will control your energy system for your batteries. It shows you your charge rates. It shows you how much capacity you have in your batteries. Below that, you have your HWH controller for your 4-point hydraulic leveling system. 2 slide room operations for the front slide, rear slide. Then we have your sea level gauges below for your holding tanks and again battery. And then below that is your Xantrex to show you the amount of power that's coming into the vehicle on your inverter and how much power is being used. So a very clean, nice location. It's covered by a nice door you can still see in. Charging station here for your cell phone, as I mentioned before. Nice, beautiful TVs. This customer added the sound bar to it. These TVs do pop out and swivel around, so you can move these TVs to a convenient location. So there's really not a lot of things that we have not thought about in our coaches. You know, I've said before, we're a 40-year-old family-run business. Our hearts and souls are in what we build. We do not take any shortcuts. It's never been an option as an owner of the company to take a shortcut. If there's something that we can do to improve the product, we will improve it. If it needs improvement today, we don't wait for model year change. So we're always and continuously striving to build the best small RVs in the industry. And we'd invite you to come to Southwest Florida, take a tour of our facility and see for yourself. These are things you can see. The things you can't see are as important as the things you can see. And again, no shortcuts. We use the best materials. We got the greatest people working for us. And we encourage you to take a closer look at Coach House for your next RV venture. And feel free to give us a call. And thank you very much for your time.